I've never done a DNA test. The naked truth about Archie and Lili gives Meghan a headache. Hello, and with all the regal splendor befitting the royal family, we extend our gracious welcome to the Princess Diana News channel. It's with immense pleasure that we invite you to once again embark on a journey into the enchanting realm of royalty. Let's move on to the video. So how long will it be before we see the Sussex invisible children or realistic copies paraded for profit? You see, I personally suspect that this will never happen. Hopefully parents of rented children will understand that it is too risky and immoral to take money to lie about their children being someone else's children, and besides, we wonder if they are subject to an NDA order? Probably. We are certain that no DNA testing was ever done on Archie or Meghan. Now, rumor has it that Harry had to take a DNA test, and it turned out he wasn't his son. And then another test was carried out where the child was his, and then there's another story that claims Harry never took a DNA test. What is the truth in all this? Well, who knows? I'm sure you all remember the polo match where Meghan arrived with the newborn and Harry basically ordered her to leave. There is also a photo of a couple looking at the child with a single amazed face, and no other member of the royal family wanted to get close to her. And that's when she had to face all the criticism regarding the way she was carrying the baby. Archie's real parents are believed to be British. They come from the UK and hire other kids to act like they're Archie in the US, and as for Invisibed, they have apparently leased it to the UK. There is not a single photo of Invisibed in the United States other than this parade, and it was a really weird photo anyway. Up close, Meghan had a mustache. And no one was looking at Archie. I also read that in Africa they committed a child rent scam. These photos were staged. It's pretty hard to have a few kids after a hysterectomy, isn't it, Meghan? And that's why, after the bullying, after the whispering behind his back, they decided they had to leave. Because how can we claim to have children living within the royal residence? So no one ever sees them. I don't think this will harm the royal family in the long run, but Charles needs to make sure to remove them from their website. Apparently, it's the super injunction that silences the royal family. And until they actually see Meghan's signature on the divorce papers, they will have to keep quiet. Most people can see, however, that there is something vague about invisible children. And as time passes, it will become more and more difficult to hide the non-existence of these invented children. Really, if you think about it, this whole scheme is incredibly stupid. But then again, Meghan and Harry are two idiots, so of course they would have a ridiculous idea like this. I mean, they're the couple who came up with that near-disastrous car chase story in New York traffic, right? It was like Harry's mother's high-speed chase through the Alma tunnel in Paris with a drunk driver without a seatbelt. I mean, come on, it's as real as Meghan's pregnancies. All nonsense coming from Montecito Malcanton, but I'm tired of all these subterfuges. I mean, anyone with a little common sense can figure out what's going on here. The plan hatched at Soho House by globalists to try to destroy the UK's royal family. These idiots really should have consulted the general British public before putting this thing on the line. Because now it's back to the same old nonsense. People are tired. It's really pitiful how they don't give up. Then there was this photo of Meghan on the beach with Archie. Well, a lot of people have pointed out that it's not about Meghan and Archie at all. They were Meghan's friend Bryn and her son Gavin. Bryn said nothing and remained silent. What kind of mother does that? Now she's a CNN woman. All he really had to do was call. And what about the photo that's supposed to be Meghan and Invisibed on the 4th of July? Well, it was confirmed to be outside of the San Isidro ranch. It looked like a Photoshop of Jack Brooksbanks and his son, in my opinion. Now how could this be acceptable? If at any point Meghan tried to say, "Oh, I never said it was Archie and Lili," that wouldn't work at all. Let's think about how many times this has come up in the press. Meghan knew exactly what she was doing. Just remember how Meghan and Harry made this statement just minutes from Lake Queens. About using the real word and that the service is universal. But Meghan doesn't understand. She's really in over her head. I mean, are we supposed to believe that he would let something as important as his children pass without comment? No, Meghan, we're not that stupid. And if she tries to say that she used those rent kids because she was trying to protect her artificial, invisible identity, in some ways that's even worse. So what, you don't care how this will affect the kids, Hartford and Elizabeth? They're disposable because they're children, isn't that his problem? How do you think this will make you better? Meghan and Harry are the scum of the earth and they need to be dealt with. It's time to reveal the truth about these two and eliminate all evil. I think probably in court, when Gavin and Hartford sue their mothers and everyone involved in this for allowing their images to be passed off as Archie and Elizabeth, then we will finally see the truth come out. I really feel sorry for these children. I mean, their whole lives will be tainted by this. Children, placed in the British line of succession, had no right to be there. It's not because there were no names written on the photos posted by Meghan and Harry's sites. The implication was clearly there, because of a message like Lili's birthday. Of course, we would have assumed it was Lili. They can't act like they're holding a random baby, and we've come to our own conclusions. If we find out that it was true that Meghan was using other people's children, pretending they were Archie and Elizabeth, to protect them, then what she's doing is putting those other children in danger. I would be shocked if it turns out that Meghan and Harry have children of their own. There is simply too much about these children's lives that makes no sense. Young children cannot sign contracts. I mean, even the stand-ins are credited by name. Mothers need to understand that they made a mistake by allowing their children to be used by Meghan and Harry. There is no way they don't know what has been published over and over again. Interfering in the British line of succession is also a very serious crime. And they will discover the truth. NDAs mean nothing when a crime has been committed. In fact, this would be considered collusion with the perpetrators. I think selling your children as rental children is a disgusting form of child abuse. At least we haven't seen Gavin play Archie in a while. And Elizabeth, well, she just disappeared from her supposed first birthday party at Frogmore and was playing with the late Queen on the carpet, and honestly, why did they think this would work? As the invisible dolls grow, of course the truth will come out. Today, it's pretty easy to hide a child, but once they start attending elementary school, it's game over. And of course, Gavin could make a living pretending to be Archie. Will a teenager ever show up asking Harry and Meghan for money pretending to be their son? But this farce must soon end. I don't see how this can last any longer. British and Commonwealth citizens are not stupid, and these laws exist for good reasons. It is a real slap in the face to the British people to continue like this. I mean, come on. If the royal family cannot be trusted, perhaps its privileges should be reassessed, including state payments from taxpayers. If the royal family hopes to continue to be supported by the citizens, it must be honest with the citizens about what exactly it supports. I honestly don't understand why Harry and Meghan haven't been charged with high treason, because interfering in the line of succession is exactly that. And as for Meghan and Harry's invisible children showing off for money, or any other gain, that is not an option. According to other commenters, Archie and Elizabeth are real, but they are so messed up. They are so withdrawn that they don't even know how to interact with others. And people claim that Archie has some sort of developmental delay. He's very late for his age. Well, if this is true, it is necessary to investigate. I mean, it's really worrying. And it probably has to do with the fact that at least one parent is a narcissist. I still suspect Meghan is planning a kidnapping for the fake kids. He thought he left them at home full of milkshakes. He thought they lived there. Meghan will encourage people to donate a lot of money to find them. And you know he's going to squeeze that crocodile tear out of his left eye. She will say that she and Harry just don't have the ransom money, so people have to help her. They must give away all their hard-earned money, otherwise Meghan will accuse the royal family of being the kidnappers. They just couldn't stand these kids living in the United States, so they came for them. And you know Meghan will ask for as much money as possible. It's a nauseating idea, I know, but then again, Meghan is absolutely full of nauseating ideas. Our video is up to here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comments section. As usual, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might find it interesting. And before you leave, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button to stay updated with all the latest content from the Princess Diana News channel. Thanks for joining us, have a wonderful day, and I'll be returning soon in upcoming videos.